Daily Tech News with Alan Smithson.
Good morning and welcome to Daily Tech News. My name is Alan Smithson. Today is Friday, July 26th, and the first thing we're going to start off with is a new International Space Station is coming, and it's going to be pretty amazing. Check it out.
Would you run your space station on Windows 7? Well, the ISS actually does. Yikes. But the ISS needs a lot more than a software update. So we went to meet the folks at Axiom Space, who are replacing it with the world's first commercial space station. But it's not just a space station. It's a space factory. Why do this?
We've been doing research on the International Space Station for 24 years. I've done some really incredible stuff up there, but we need to take it to the next step.
So wait a second, not only are they building a space station, but the space station is going to be used for manufacturing in space. Things that we just can't do here because of zero gravity and stuff. So very, very cool stuff. I will put the link to the video in the chat of the YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe. Over to Adobe updates Photoshop Illustrator to turn any text editable with AI and more. So check this out. They've been working on this here. It says generative fills, font matching, text conversion, and automatic transformations in Illustrator. The generative fill, if you haven't tried this, you can literally take a shape of something and generate it, and it will actually fill in the blanks with a generative fill. It's absolutely incredible. I don't know if there's a video here. Where is it? They've got new ads, Photoshop ads, selection brush, adjustment brush tool, generate image, enhancements to type tool. This is a really big upgrade to Photoshop. Now, I personally am using a lot of Canva lately, but it looks like Photoshop is really stepping up their AI game and exciting stuff. So this happened this week. Scientists say they've detected a strange source of electricity at the bottom of the ocean, and what they have found is actually what they call dark oxygen. And what they've done is they've gone down to the very bottom of the ocean and found this. It says here, sunlight photosynthesizing organisms like plants and algae have long believed to be the Earth's original producers of oxygen. But now researchers have found evidence of a natural oxygen factory that neither needs sun nor life forms to harness its power. The source is a chemical reaction taking place in rocks lying at the bottom of the seafloor thousands of feet beneath the surface in the Pacific Ocean, and they're dubbing it dark oxygen. It says here, for aerobic life to begin on the planet, there had to be oxygen, and our understanding has been that Earth's oxygen supply began with photosynthetic organisms. But now we know that oxygen is produced in the deep sea where there is no light. I think we need to therefore revisit questions like, where could aerobic life have begun? The discovery was found at 13,000 feet below the Clarion-Clipperton zone. And yeah, super cool. I'll put the link in and you can dive into dark oxygen. Over to bio-inspired 3D printed solar steam generators can desalinate and purify water, and they convert thermal energy into drinkable water. How great is this? It says, to separate salt from water, scientists devised a bio-inspired 3D printed solar steam generator. And in Singapore, the university, Nanyang Technological University in Singapore, the machine called Solar Steam Generator shows promise for a more affordable, less energy-intensive device that effectively desalinates seawater. So very cool stuff coming out of Singapore. Over to this, scientists are growing brains in labs. Okay, this is just out there. You know, we talked about brains inside a human brain tissue inside of a robot, but scientists continue to make advances using human tissue to grow brains in laboratories. One neuroscientist is naming the existential elephant in the room. Could lab-grown brains ever become truly conscious? Oh my goodness, it says here, because of some incredible magic achieved within neurons submerged into drops of a substance called matrigel, which, as Koziak noted, can either be a liquid or solid depending on the temperature. The neurons from these stem cells blossom out into 3 dimensions rather than just 2. Those tiny brain-esque structures eventually develop tissues similar to those in brains and begin emitting electrical signals. But as the neuroscientist insists, it's a misnomer to refer to those organoids as mini-brains. once they're growing in 3 dimensions, they start to reform relationships with each other. And I think, this is just getting super, super weird that we're growing brain tissue in labs and it's starting to communicate. Wow. Okay, over to Value Robotics puts delivery robot using AI foundational models on the road. So they've got this delivery robot that is meant for cargo, different types of cargo. It opens up. I've actually seen one of these. They're quite unique. They're quite large, about the size of a table, like a dining room table, and maybe 4 feet tall. But they have a cargo capacity. They drive around. They're meant for intercity transportation. And yeah, there it goes. There, this one's about 3 feet tall. But it's really interesting that they're able to use AI here. It says the Sanskrit word value signifies the intelligence that enables all motion in the universe and all movement and energy. And they said they're developing technology that will be environmentally sustainable and democratize automation for widespread adoption. And they're using a LiDAR-less approach to navigation. So they're using AI to navigate with this beautiful new robot. Love it. Over to the Federal Trade Commission. Now, this is long since overdue. Is investigating, the FTC, Federal Trade Commission, is investigating how companies are using AI to base pricing on consumer behavior. Have you ever gone to book a flight and it says one fee and then you go back an hour later and it's jacked up? This is what the FTC is doing. I guess they've got a lot of complaints from people. And basically what they're saying is they're ordering 8 companies that offer AI-powered surveillance service pricing to turn over information about the potential impact these products have on privacy, competition, and consumer protection. The 8 companies are MasterCard, Rivionics, Bloomreach, JP Morgan Chase, Task, Pros, Accenture, and McKinsey. And they're all using AI to target prices for different customers. So yeah, let's be a little bit better with that, because I'm sick of paying too much for flights because I just checked it an hour ago. Over to tandem drifting Toyotas show how AI might help drivers on slippery roads. This is mind-blowing. You got to just watch the video here. Check it out. Skip through, but check it out. The driver's in them. Not scary. Imagine being in this I'll leave it at that, but wow, Tokyo Drift at a whole new level. That is some people out of Stanford and Toyota putting some research to the test to make sure that, cars can drive in sideways, I guess. Over to Farm Blocks puts the control into farmers' hands with its AI-powered sensor reading platform. If you've ever had to grow crops, you know that you can't always be out in the fields checking things. So this allows farmers to have sensors in the field, solar-powered, and it says here, farmers are multi-generational. It's not a professional. It's more of a community, a way of life. And you need to respect that. You can't come in as a Silicon Valley tech person and tell them what to do. His startup Farm Blocks is approaching ag tech a little differently than companies that have come before. The startup created a solar-powered connected monitor. Farmers hook up to third-party sensors they're already using and allows them to track things like soil, moisture levels, water waste in a less manual way. So they don't have to go out to the fields. It says, if you can increase your yield with this fancy AI thing, they aren't going to believe that. But what they will believe is not having to go out and check this specific thing. So they've signed 55 farms in 18 months, and I wish Farm Blocks all the best for that. Okay, over to just some cool art. This friend of mine, Josh here, has reached out and sent this beautiful video that he made. Check it out. This is all made on Runway AI. It's supposed to represent the inside of a sunflower and the moisture inside of a sunflower seed. This is all made with AI. We're going to see a lot of cool stuff in the next little while with AI video generators. Okay, and that's it for today. That's all we got. That has been Daily Tech News for July 26th. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Peace. Oh, wait a second. It's Friday. It's Friday. We'll see you again Monday. Have a good one. Peace.